It's a little-known Colorado law, one that went into effect in 2019. Any employer looking for help in our state is required to list a job's salary range.
But a lot of companies have been skirting that law, and now the state labor department is cracking down. KRDO News Channel 13 Spencer Socher is in our newsroom tonight to explain. Spencer.
Bart and Heather, in the wake of the Equal Pay, Equal Work Act that requires those salary listings, the state has found about 1,000 job postings that are known to be in violation. Now, the state is taking steps to make sure that job seekers know a range of what's on the table. Any job, whether remote or in person in Colorado, is required to have a listed salary. Turns out it's a full-time job keeping companies in compliance.
I literally hired a temp just to find such postings and send letters to these companies and track their responses. And it's gone really well.
Scott Moss with the Colorado Department of Labor and Employment says his staff is cracking down on the illegal postings, sending letters to companies and threatening to fine anyone who's done business in Colorado without disclosing salary terms. At one point, even some employers were reportedly blacklisting Colorado in order to get around the transparency requirements. Moss says that's just not happening as much now.
We've basically taken what had been a misperception of a loophole that was leading companies to exclude from their own talent pool and exclude Coloradans, and it's heartening that when given good information, companies have substantially stopped doing this.
And the law has had some impacts. Hourly wages in Colorado are up 11% since the law took effect, compared to just 7% in other states. But there are also employers who worry this level of transparency encourages frequent worker turnover. So far, 3 companies have been issued fines, but Moss says it's more about changing the culture around salary discussions.
Our view has been this is still a relatively new law. We want to give companies chances.
Now, as far as the 3 companies that have been fined, one is in Denver, another is in Aurora, and then the last is an out-of-state company in California. Moss believes that there are only about 100 of these listings right now that are not in line with the financial disclosure rules, and they're working on those. In the newsroom, I'm Spencer Socher for KRDO News Channel 13.